Coming up this week on the Gill Lane Show. Here comes the sign.
When the nuke goes off, let's see you guys try to watch Wings Season 5. Okay? I'll be watching it.
Oh, yeah, hit a white blonde girl at the Oregon game. I mean, fish in a barrel.
Yeah. I'm like, stop shaving, put that cigarette out, and get in the game!
Here on the East Coast, it's cold, wet, and rainy nonstop, so the only rejoice is football and being here for an hour. Welcome back to the Gill Lane Show. My name is Chris Kanya, and with us, as always, we have Bill Parker and Chris Novellino, a.k.a. Mo. What a crazy weekend for football. Even if you're not a traditional football fan, I mean, with all the drama this year, Aaron Rodgers getting out the first couple minutes of the entire season, you have the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce thing. Football itself is also dramatic. It's a dramatic year for the NFL.
Yeah, you are right. A lot of storylines this year. A lot of crazy stuff. I personally hate the sport. I'm kind of waiting. You know, hockey's back, thank God. Basketball's on its way. Football, fuck it, stupid sport. I don't like it anymore.
Rangers are 1-1. That's all I'm going to say.
Of course. Well, you said before, Mo, that you are a bigger hockey fan than a football fan if you had to put them next to each other, right?
Now you see why.
Well,
I would like to also point out that the Knicks are undefeated. So.
Yeah, the Knicks are in first place in the whole league right now.
Mm-hmm.
Most wins tied. I'm a bigger hockey fan than a football fan. So I'm happy that it's here because I need something else.
Well, speaking of undefeated, the first dramatic thing that happened over the weekend really was that there's no more undefeated teams, and they both lost to kind of below average teams, right, Bill?
That's a rough call. I think both teams that beat the undefeated have good defenses, and that's something you can always win on. And I think they did. Both teams had the Browns have a good defense, Jets have a great defense, and you know, there was only one team that showed up great on defense that didn't pull up the upset. Okay. I think you know which one because you're wearing the hat of the winner, you turncoat fuck.
It's not a official Bills hat. It's just it's a hat with a buffalo.
We know what you're trying to do.
And what's Buffalo related to? The Bills.
Wings.
And
Big wing fan. Big fan of the chicken wings.
Sauce. I don't know. Okay, fine.
I saw they showed our boy Pinto Ron on the broadcast.
I missed that. You texted me about that, but I missed it somehow.
They did this montage of the worst Buffalo has to offer in human beings when they were coming back from a commercial break, and they showed Pinto Ron cooking food on his thing. They showed the weakest table smash ever. The table didn't even break. It's just one of the legs went down, and the slob just slid off the side. It was pretty embarrassing. But, hey, they got the dub. So they can do whatever they want. They could eat off of car engines all day, you know?
Well, Mo, you didn't get to catch the game. You were working or whatever you had going on, right?
Yeah, I missed the second half.
So, but, you know, you hear the Giants lost this morning as we're recording it, and you think, yeah, of course, that's what we expected.
Right. Correct.
But if you haven't been on the internet yet, which
I have not.
By now everyone has, especially by the time this comes out, it was a crazy last, minute and a half or something like that?
Yeah, well, it looked like it was over at one point. The Giants looked like it was over. They didn't convert. Bills took over. But the Bills also couldn't convert, went to go kick a field goal and missed. So the Giants take over in good field position, and they have one drive left in them.
Now we'll let Mo take a look at the last 33 seconds here. Is this far enough back, Bill?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I see what I need to see here at the 33 going in.
It gets worse.
We're not going to be able to show you here on YouTube, obviously, but we'll have Mo look at it and react to it because he didn't get to see it on Sunday night. All right. Do you need sound or is this is good enough?
No, this is fine.
So
okay. They're moving the ball.
Look at this.
They were moving the ball.
This is going to be a miracle drive as I was watching it.
Ty God Taylor.
You're waiting for the shoe to drop, you know, interception, fumble, something.
Look at this.
But they're actually pulling it together.
So at 10 seconds left, they spike the ball. 9 seconds, I should say.
Standard.
Yeah, 9 seconds. So now you got two shots.
Sure.
You got that.
Two
You
shots.
can get 2 plays. Now we're in a no timeout situation. This gave me a heart attack. He gets out of bounds. We got one more play.
One more.
God.
One more.
One more. So here's the play that happens.
The last play. Bills win, but the flag is thrown.
With the flag, we got a first.
Cannot
and
end
goal
the game
from
on a
one.
flag.
Right.
So say that again.
Here comes the last play of the game.
First and goal on the 1, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the 1.
It's an untimed play. The time's already over.
Now,
You can't.
what are you thinking at this point, Bill? Because remember what happened at the end of the first half.
Yes. Well, yeah, Mo, did you watch all the way to halftime? So do you know what happened there?
What happened at the half?
Oh, God.
You didn't watch.
The Giants had goal to
I
go from the
I thought I
one.
fell asleep at the half.
Giants had no timeouts, goal to go from the 1 with 12 seconds left in the first half. Taylor runs an audible that's a run play. We get stuffed. We can't even run another play. You can't run the ball there. I lost my mind there. So here we are again. This is going to be it. But this time, if we wanted to run it, we could, because the clock doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? So even if we get stuffed, the game's over. Big deal. I saw what happened with goal to go with giving the ball off to Saquon. It didn't end pretty last time. So I was okay with a pass here.
Play action,
right.
tight end. That works for 40 years. That's worked that I've been alive.
All right.
So I think actually the Giants run a really good play here.
Great.
And for the people who aren't football people, there's plenty of show left. So just hang in there.
And that's the game.
That's what
Waller
they call.
massively held. The hold on this play was worse than the one before. But
I was gonna say, I thought he was on the Bills. It was so bad. He was wearing a Bills uniform.
Do they show
this
it?
is where
or do I have to
unwritten
find
rules
it?
of sports come in, that you just have to eat. You can complain,
Oh,
but
God.
there's no way referees are going to throw 2 flags in a row in this situation.
Isn't it a shame that there's not the same standard every time?
Right. And
You mean like a rule?
Like a rule would be called.
right. like you committed a penalty and they should throw the flag. I'm not going to cry about this because Giants did get 2 opportunities, didn't do either one. So, okay, it is what it is. Referees were terrible all across the league yesterday. It's really killing the games, I feel.
Yeah.
That roughing the passer
Unbelievable.
on Josh Allen was so gross. I don't know
Disgusting.
what defense are supposed to do. But you know what? The refs didn't let the Bills drive down the field twice with these crazy-ass drives that ate up like the whole second half. Giants
The NFL with all
Giants
this.
scored no touchdowns. The Giants, just throwing out a stat here,
I saw this stat. I think during the broadcast.
the Giants have not scored an offensive touchdown in 4 games this year. They've scored 5 total, right? 4 of them came in the second half of 1 game. So 22 out of 24 quarters, the Giants have scored 1 offensive touchdown this year.
And that's not good, right?
If I had
That's
to
not
guess,
a good
no.
number there.
Considering if I put on the Dolphins, within 30 seconds of the game starting, they score an offensive touchdown every time.
Yeah.
I know it's a really
Dolphins
hard
have
comparison to make, but
The fact that you have to say offensive touchdown too is like, of course, the defense. You know what I mean? Is on the stat list.
Yeah.
Offensive touchdowns.
So next year we'll get Caleb Williams, who sucks, and everybody will think he's the greatest quarterback in the world, and nothing will happen. And nothing will change.
I don't know. I think the greatest quarterback in the world was warming up with his team this past weekend. Aaron Rodgers back on the field 5 weeks after, was it ACL surgery?
Yeah.
Or Achilles surgery, excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
He's out there.
ACL, he ain't getting back out there.
He's out there warming up with the rest of the team before the game. No crutches. Looking like he's going to
wild.
Yeah, looking like he's going to get in, the same day. But
If the Jets get him back and they're in a position to make a run,
it's
people
over.
gotta watch out, man.
Yeah. First, Jets fans are it's hard to deal with Jets fans, though. I'm not even a Jets fan, and I got to keep explaining to Jets fans why they have a chance every week.
Yeah.
They just automatically take it as an L. Like yesterday, believe it or not, I predicted that game, the Eagles, or whenever by the time this is aired, or tomorrow. I said 2017. I think it's going to be 2013, 2017, something like that. Jets win this game. Eagles haven't been scoring a lot. Jalen Carter's out. I'm giving on, and a guy I'm talking to is a Jets fan. He was like, "Yeah, we're going to lose." I'm like, "What the fuck? You're the Jets fan."
That's their mindset for the past 40
get
years. I get it too. They're a battered wife.
Damn, that defense is fucking fun to watch, though.
Yeah.
They fucking fly around, man. They beat the Bills, didn't they?
Yeah.
That was another stat I saw. The Giants haven't lost in the state of New York
in 30 years. Yeah.
in like 30. I guess that's
early 90s. I guess they lost. To the Bills.
Tyler Bass, who's on, I don't think he missed a field goal this season until that game against the Giants, and he had 2 wide right in the game to like it.
That must have given some PTSD to some of the Bills fans.
Huge moments. That's what I mean. The season's so dramatic. And I think, of course, we all know football is wildly popular, but there's a story this past weekend, actually end of last week, where we're going to get more football every 4 years. Did you see this with the Olympics?
No.
So there's a proposal, and I don't know if it's been updated since, but the last time I saw it, there was a proposal according to the Olympic Games Twitter at Olympics. There's a proposal for 5 additional sports for the next round of Olympics. Baseball/softball, cricket, flag football included there. Lacrosse and squash have officially been included as additional sports on the program for the Olympic Games Los Angeles 2028.
Yeah. The national team's already reached out to me.
As a coach?
Yeah, they need a coach.
Yeah. They were like, "We've heard of your exploits on an enormously popular podcast."
Mm-hmm.
How old is the Turkish mouth going to be by the time these Olympics come around?
Ooh.
Old enough, right?
That was in my rider. I need a Turkish mouth. I had a couple of
Turkish mouth is going to be
players.
too
old. Yeah, Turkish mouth is too old now.
He's going to age out by 2028.
Well, he's already been smoking on the bench. He's going to have no lungs left.
I'm like, stop shaving, put that cigarette out, and get in the game.
Or you're getting double homework. It's like, wait,
yeah,
shaving.
I'm like, I need Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Turkish mouth, Cookie.
Who's your assistant coach? Deion Sanders? You gonna get Deion in there?
Yeah, you're gonna get Prime in there.
Deion Sanders on the coaching staff.
Bill Belichick will be the tech handler for all the Microsoft Surfaces that he distributes.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine I put him. I'm like, he's the coffee guy / tablet holder.
Imagine that's a new sport at those Olympics, tablet toss, and we just have Bill Belichick doing the wind up and throwing it, getting gold.
I was going to say, you ever try to get into your iCloud account on a fucking iPad? That should be an event in its own.
Yeah. What about Xbox? Is it Microsoft Live? Is it Microsoft? Is it Live? Is it Xbox?
Which login do you want from me? Why do I have to have 17 for your company?
To play a
Just
video
one's
game.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that email.
So how would it work? Would professional athletes be able to join the flag football team, or is there like an already established pool of flag football players?
I hope we can. I mean, can you imagine the beatdown we put on? Imagine us playing China. Imagine the NFL's best playing China in a football game.
Picture like one of those ping pong guys from China standing next to Mika Parsons. You're like, okay, let's go over the rules.
Imagine your dry cleaner lining up next to Derrick Henry.
Imagine the guy on the phone at your favorite Chinese place that screams at you when you try to order. Now out at the coin toss.
Yeah.
With any lineman in the league.
You're like, who's the coach? Oh, Mr. Creed! Heads or tails?
Also, what you want for coin toss result? It's like, you're serving lunch. Okay, heads or tails? I'll take tails, I guess.
Yeah. Tails, tempura. I don't know.
So
where's your uniform? I don't know. I need all my shirts back. You're not done. I told you Friday.
All right.
The dry cleaners.
Which country will prevail in these additions to the Olympics? What do you think? Baseball/softball.
I was just going to say real fast
Okay,
before we
yeah,
answer
yeah.
that. If they're going to add cricket where we're going to get our asses beat and there's a couple countries who are just going to dominate, we better get some football in this bitch, you know? Come on.
Yeah.
Well,
Baseball, softball, definitely Japan.
Yeah. Baseball,
Yeah,
softball, Japan.
Yeah.
yeah.
What about Dominican
just Sasuke
Republic?
alone.
What about Dominican Republic? Don't they produce some?
Yeah, they could probably, but I'm still going to stick with Japan.
They have a drug smuggling event? Oh. What it doesn't the home country gets to pick a handful of its own sports, right? Isn't that what this is all about?
Well,
I didn't know
That'd
that.
be us, right?
Yeah, so like when it was in Australia, kayaking was an event and shit. Like they pick some of their own like local things. Where did cricket
Boomeranging.
come from? Why did we pick cricket in LA?
I'm surprised. You know what I'm surprised to not see on this list? You want to take a guess?
For like an American sport?
Prosthetic surgery
Come
as
on,
a sport?
You're gonna
Beer pong?
No, oh, beer pong would be pretty good, but
Ooh.
come on, what's like the most popular?
Grilling?
What's the most popular? Grilling.
Oh, school shooting.
Jesus Cholo breakdancing. That is fast.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah,
Pickleball.
pickleball. Where's pickleball?
I had like 10 more in me. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Pickleball. They're like, the Olympics are beneath us. That's how big pickleball
Yeah,
is.
we don't have time.
Oh,
We get, do you see how many views we get on Instagram?
it's like Taylor Swift going to the NFL. Taylor Swift is to pickleball, as the NFL is to the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they're changing the name to Swiftle Ball.
All right, lacrosse. Who's winning in lacrosse? What country?
I think we're the only ones who play it. I don't even know how this
yeah,
is a
right.
thing.
That's a rich white person.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? You know, that's a good.
Do other countries have rich white people? Because actually, I guess they do. That was stupid. But
Well,
yeah, I think we're the only ones that play that. So us,
yeah. You know, how does this work? Does the rest of the world have to learn a sport in what is the math? 5 years? Here, we need you to
Yeah.
learn this on a professional level where you represent our country to the world in 5 years.
Right.
practice gang women at frat parties. What time is that?
Mark that down.
17:33. It was
You know
a
what's
Duke
funny?
University reference.
I know. The second I saw lacrosse, I'm like, it's only a matter of time.
It's gonna happen.
Because I
It's
already
gonna
put
happen.
the Duke lacrosse thing together in my brain.
And the worst part is they didn't even do it.
Right. But they're known for that forever.
They were innocent.
Um,
All right, so that's lacrosse.
Cricket.
Cricket, I think India or Pakistan. I think they win everything cricket related in the world.
yeah, I think India's big with cricket.
What about England? England doesn't play cricket? Or am I thinking of something else?
The funny story behind cricket is it was I think England dominated cricket and then like brought it over to India and Pakistan and stuff. And then they couldn't stand the British occupation. So they made it a point to get good enough at cricket to bury
once you
England.
Once you introduce a white sport to people who aren't white, they seem to take it over.
Mm-hmm.
They have not been able to crack into hockey yet, but basketball, oh my God.
Football, obviously.
Hockey is just hard because
Baseball,
you have to live in a very specific climate.
Right.
Or be loaded.
That too. It's expensive.
Or
to
be
play
loaded
hockey.
enough to make your own fucking ice in the Congo.
That's
know
why,
what I mean?
basketball's you need shoes and somebody's got a ball. That's it.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's like soccer, right?
Yeah,
That's why
same
it's the
thing.
most popular sport in the world because you just need to wad up some paper.
When you visit other countries and you drive around, it's just people playing soccer all over the place.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kids, adults, everybody's just playing soccer.
And they play everywhere.
Selling those little string bracelets.
No need for a field. I mean, they're like outside of they're like a park and ride.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Passenger door on that Honda is the goal. Let's go. Wiffle ball back in the day. You're like, strike zone? That kid's ass. All right, let's roll.
Lay down. Get on your goddamn stomach. We need a strike zone.
Bend over.
Hey, strike zone. It's the back to the nickname thing.
That's his name.
What's your name, Steve? Strike zone. Get over here.
Yeah, whatever strike zone, move it.
No, actually, don't move it. Stay right exactly where you are.
Yeah, actually, don't hustle. Stay right there.
It's a ball if you actually pitch it into his balls.
Where the fuck is third base? He's always late. God damn it.
He's got his hand down her pants. No, not that third base. It's wiffle ball. Now you sound like the Duke lacrosse team.
Squash. Is squash like pickleball? Or am I
have no idea.
Yeah, if you put crystal meth on pickleball, that's when they're smashing it against the walls like racquetball. But I think you use all 4 walls because it wasn't confusing enough already, racquetball.
Fuck.
I feel like knowing what I know about squash, I'm going to relate that to fall weather stuff and decoration. So I'm going to say suburban moms are going to crush at this sport.
It's probably already a fucking flavor of coffee at Starbucks.
Absolutely.
You ever like play racket? Yeah. You ever play racquetball? Or squash?
I have
You're
not.
like, I'm going to die in here.
I can't even
Like one of us isn't leaving.
I can't even see what's
It's like some old like
going on.
like Filipino death match.
I can't even see what's going on from multiple camera angles, sitting in a chair calmly. I can't imagine.
I got a buddy who went to go play this. He's a pretty fit guy, and he was just going to play with some guy to ask him to play. I don't think he really played much. He tore his Achilles doing this.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'd get people to try to make, and when I was younger, I played a lot more tennis, and people would be like, "Oh, you love racquetball, squash? Oh yeah, come on." I'm like, "Oh, good." So it's somebody took tennis and made you get injured 10 times as much.
Right.
Your knees explode. You can't turn like that. The floor's sticky. You're wearing like, oh god. Yeah.
And then
and like I said, you take one of those racquetballs at high speed in the face, forget it.
and then flag football. Why flag football? Is it to give everyone else a chance, you think?
Yes, absolutely.
100%. Plus, like watching people.
Yeah, I want you to picture us now playing Japan full contact. I mean,
I guess so.
I am into this.
But they play hockey with all the same rules as they would in the leagues, right?
Well,
it's a little different.
Well, they have actually. Those countries have hockey teams probably pre-existing.
Plus, the Olympics, they don't really hit. It's not a big they don't.
Yeah,
go
it's more
nuts.
of an offensive. Yeah.
Okay.
But football is just based on hitting. You have to crush someone.
Oh, imagine just again Mika Parsons and like some Japanese guy that works at a Home Depot just getting destroyed crossing the middle.
I've never seen a Japanese
like,
guy work at a Home Depot, but
No.
I was kind of thinking of Apollo Ono. I couldn't think of his name, but he's not even Japanese and he was American. So,
oh, okay. Is that how you got there?
so that was that's how I got there. Yeah. Just so you know my train of thought.
Those synapses firing are dangerous.
What about athletes from other sports joining the Olympic flag football team in 2028? Like, you get LeBron James to play flag football, or
I'd put him at tight end for sure. I mean, in 2028, probably not by then. But if we played now, yeah, I'm putting LeBron out there.
Yeah, if they play in wheelchairs, what's he going to be, 90 by then? He's like 85 now.
Let's put Wemby out there as wide receiver. He'll catch every ball. Every
How
one.
you stopping that?
You can't.
All right, Wemby, just run into the end zone. You know the play.
wow. 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles.
Aren't we getting the World Cup here too soon? Is that next year?
Probably. David Beckham buying that team in Miami was the greatest thing to happen. He came to the LA Galaxy. Remember how much of a bust that was?
Yeah.
They were like, oh, so one guy can't beat a whole team of people making $1,300 a month. Who knew? You can't do it like literally alone. He was the only one out there. So he buys that team. Messi comes over. Are you kidding me?
All right.
Now we get the World Cup.
So the World Cup is going to be in 3 countries, it says, technically.
Oh, it's North America,
yeah,
right?
pretty much. It's Canada in Toronto and Vancouver, Mexico in Guadalajara, Mexico City and Monterrey.
Mm-hmm. Sounds
And
lovely.
in USA, we got Atlanta, Boston, Dallas, Houston, Kansas City, Los Angeles, Miami, New York / New Jersey. Why did they Why do they group
How many games are they playing?
Philadelphia, San Francisco Bay Area, and Seattle? Why do they put New York and New Jersey together? That's kind of messed up.
It is New Jersey, but I guess that's just the way they market that stadium.
And what?
Oh,
San Francisco Bay Area. Can we get a little more precise?
It's
Like just San Francisco.
It's not because it's not. The Niners don't play in San Francisco anymore.
So they got to do the Bay Area.
Yeah.
But don't you think it's accepted to put the city it's close to as if it was in it? They do that all the time. Well, we're the New York Giants. We don't play in New York. Everybody loves bringing that up.
Yeah.
Like Chris.
Like, bring it up.
Buffalo's the only team in New York.
That's what you texted me after Waller dropped that ball.
Yeah, like I would text you after that. I selfishly wanted the Giants to win.
Exactly. We know where your loyalty lies, baby. You're back.
Well,
you're back on the wagon.
I not only
all right, Chris. Welcome back.
Well, I not only bet on them because I feel like the Bills play horrible against teams they should absolutely beat. So I bet on the Giants.
Okay, well that's not nice.
I have to do a show with you guys the next day. I would prefer you in a better mood than losing on the one in the last play of the game. So those are my selfish reasons that I wanted the Bills to lose and the Giants to win on Sunday Night Football.
Oh, trust me. When I fired on my comp today, right before I had to talk to myself, I'm like, hey, you got to be professional today.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Because it was not good around here.
Be a pro.
You got to suck it up, buddy.
Your wife is like, hey, did you make any coffee? God.
I've just had that 1,000-yard stare since that ball was dropped.
You're in the bathroom, white knuckle in the sink like Mitch McConnell. Be a pro. We can do this.
This is amazing. That happened. I think it was on Saturday. It must have been because this is at a college football game. Now, I don't know if we're going to play real or fake here or what, but I'm surprised something like this doesn't happen more often. So it's on the Barstool Sports Twitter page, and they're in the parking lot before. Is it the Oregon game, Bill?
Yeah, the Ducks Washington. So
the parking lot is packed. I mean, shoulder to shoulder. Everybody's wearing light blue jeans and white sneakers, apparently. So you'll see two cuts of the same event that takes place. Okay, so it's 10-second video. Definitely go over to YouTube if you're listening to this because it's worth seeing. Here we go. Check this out.
Oh, shit.
So it shows one kid snapping the ball, dropping or getting the ball from the guy snapping it, dropping back a couple steps, and he just launches a football into the crowd. I don't know, how many yards would you guess that is? It's pretty far.
That's a good throw.
Yeah, that's a good throw. You got
a good throw, especially considering the level of inebriation, I'm assuming.
So he just tosses it to the point where you almost can't even see the ball anymore in the video. Then halfway through the video, it cuts to a guy and a girl, and he's taking like a selfie video with this girl who's looks like she's drunk, smiling into the camera, and allegedly that same ball comes into frame and smacks her in the face.
Boom.
And they got both videos together, which is incredible.
Look at this idiot. Oh, that's a good shot right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
I mean, the odds are you're going to hit somebody. To hit somebody this perfectly
on video, odds are pretty good for the video part too, because that's all people do nowadays. But
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's just like imagine if they were like, hit that girl, and he was like, I got this.
Got it, coach.
This kid needs to be
hit
signed.
A white blonde girl at the Oregon game. I mean, fish in a barrel.
Yeah,
no problem. Not quite that frog game at the carnival. You know what I mean? I heard they were doing a Brady Bunch reboot, but this is ridiculous. Marsha. Wow. I can't. Why is this guy? This guy shouldn't be throwing a football at your wife, Chris.
Yeah, that's something that would happen to her.
And why is she with another guy?
Yeah.
I don't care that she's with another friend that happens to be a guy, but this guy? You could do some things with Photoshop here, couldn't you?
Pretty good.
Oh yeah.
First of all, I don't like how it starts. There's no reason to be. That's not how you hike up football. There's like,
Yeah, why are you doing it if it's not great anyway?
yeah.
I mean,
Look, I can't keep.
who's that one character from Beetlejuice? I think it is the monster.
Yeah. Well, it's Alec Baldwin's character.
Damn, pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty happy that happened.
Or like one of those fucking plague masks, the fucking beaks on them.
Yeah, drunk people.
Jesus.
Drunk people at college football games, drunk people at NFL games. Haven't seen a fight from this past weekend yet as of right now, but I'm sure we will.
Oh yeah, there's plenty.
it'll-
Probably
A lot of people going out on the weekends doing some drinking, whether it's a football game, going to brunch. What's the allure? Buy one get one Bloody Marys. Sometimes get people into a restaurant. Bottomless mimosas. You ever been to a bottomless mimosa special? Sounds awesome until you figure out that drinking too much orange juice and too much champagne, even separately, is a bad idea. It gets old quick.
Very bad idea.
And they're both awful quality of each product.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's the cheapest shit you could possibly buy.
It's the orange juice in the can that you just add water to.
And Brut, what's the worst champagne? Isn't it like $6?
I don't know champagne much, but
They are like $6 a bottle.
yeah.
The shittiest, whatever it is. I don't even know the name, but
And then
like
they just put it
400.
into a Gatorade cooler and just pour out of it all morning.
You mean that's not a good way to consume alcohol?
On probably pretty an empty stomach.
Yeah.
Empty stomach, hangover from probably the day before.
Yep.
Well, if your stomach wasn't empty before, I guess this restaurant thinks a lot of people come in and empty their stomach at the Bottomless Mimosas because they're starting to make a change to their policy here. New York Post reports that this restaurant is charging a vomit fee for customers who have too many mimosas at brunch. A vomit fee.
Oh,
Where do we think this is?
I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to serve them until they vomit. I mean, I'm going to say maybe there was a couple of accidents that were derived from this particular establishment, people leaving.
I like how they said, look, we're going to charge you for our poor judgment on where you're at as a human being right now.
Clear liquor authority violation.
Yeah,
Not to be a nerd, but
this is genuinely illegal.
California restaurant Kitchen Story implemented a vomit fee for boozy brunch goers who go overboard on the champagne and juice combo. It says, "Dear all mimosa lovers, please drink responsibly and know your limits." Some people enjoy and have fun and speak so loud and try to party at the table they get so happy and drunk they can't control it. That's the owner of this restaurant called Kitchen Story, who has a name that there's no way.
Wow.
Chai porn? Is that like short for child porn?
Yeah,
Wow. He should be locked up right now.
that's illegal in this country, pal.
Kitsa Davis cack.
Kitsa Daviskasak. Child porn nutsack is his name.
I was going to say kids will take it in the ass.
Child
his last
porn
name?
kiss a kid in a sack. Wow. This guy is sus.
Wow.
Yeah.
I read it as kiss a kid on his sack, but either one, not good.
I would say neither one is a good option.
Holy
for this
crap.
guy.
He should not have talked to the media or lie about his name. Hey, my name's Steve Jones. Yeah.
Joe.
Actually, maybe his last name is Kitchen Story in his language.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, it might be.
It says
Well, like, why'd you name it Kitchen Story? It doesn't have anything to do with food. That's my last name in this country.
wow, he has porn in his name. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. And gets people drunk until they vomit.
Look at this.
As a business model.
As drunk guests stumble to the bathroom, they're greeted with a warning sign. I mean, what's going on?
$50 cleaning fee will automatically be included in your tab when you throw up in our public areas. Oh, so puke here before you leave. Employees must wash hands. Customers must puke in toilet. Thank you. Like, what's the sign say?
Weird.
What the fuck is going on at this place?
I don't even like mimosas.
They're disgusting. I mean, to drink that many of. Maybe one, it's like, oh, all right, I guess.
One.
This
I
is
could do one.
Yeah, maybe one, just as a nice little, it's something you give people. It feels like they got something, even though, like you said, it's 17 cents worth of.
And also, it's not like you're cracking open a Miller Lite at 10 a.m. It looks a little better, I guess.
Certainly has a better look.
Optics.
Yeah,
you know
optics
what?
are big.
You pour a Miller Lite into a flute glass like that, it looks like it's some kind of flavored mimosa. So maybe that's the move.
That's true.
But
Or champagne, right?
Maybe like
Sure.
a Bellini. Sure. Sure.
A Bellini?
Ooh.
where was I gonna? Oh yeah. So, but this is classic, like foreigner, right? We pay.
Come on, man.
You know, we allow customers to drink until so drunk they throw up, and then it's like, oh,
Yeah, well,
I
they
fixed
that
issue. I
stuff.
put up sign. Everything okay? Like that's it. It's cut and dry.
No problem.
Kind of like envy it. There's no complicated, roundabout way of solving a problem. I put up sign.
The grits look exactly the same on plate or in
Same.
toilet. Same. You can't even
I
tell.
love somebody came up to him and was like, dude, you can't do this. And they were like, you're right.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
hang a
it.
sign.
That's all.
We're fine then.
Sounds good. Okay. Next, who's on meeting minutes this week? He's like, in my country, we have a name for people who leave brunch and no throw up. Little bitch.
Pussy.
Fucking pussy. That's what we call woman. Just woman.
Expendable.
Expendable. Then we throw her off roof.
This is the type of restaurant where they have the restaurant rating on it and it's a D, but he put magic marker to make it a B. That's the type of place this is.
Hi, we're here from Zagat and get out of here.
Hang on.
He said Zagat.
Did
Oh,
you
I'm
Z
sorry.
on F?
I'm sorry. I thought it was an F. Come on in.
Never
Somebody
will I
get
let
him
you in.
6 gallons of mimosa. They serve mimosas in a funnel. Thought that was odd. This is the food critic.
They're like, oh, I wonder why they're puking. They have mimosa IVs at each table.
There's a pole in the middle of the table. Okay, everybody hook up. Can we get some bread? How do I put that in an IV?
They're like, is this an actual nurse who's hooking me up? No. Okay. This is Steve. He working back.
It's not even a woman. You're like, well, nurses can be men. Not in my country.
Do you own this restaurant?
You're pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a little experience. Not with restaurants, with misogyny.
No, but that's what I think that's what it takes to run a good restaurant of any kind, a good, strong, off the boat foreigner. I really do think they're better at it. I think people who grow up here with our values and work ethic aren't good in that fast paced environment. Yeah, you might get the occasional good server and bartender and maybe a manager, but the owner, the person calling the shots, I don't know. Around here where I live, it's all white people at the fast food places, Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's, all that stuff. And I'm kind of used to it now, but the service is really below average, nothing special at all. But I went to Canada a couple weeks ago, so on the way. No, it was while we were there. One morning I went to the Tim Hortons, and much like down in New Jersey, and this is just speculation from when I was growing up, most of the people who work at Dunkin' Donuts, coffee shops like that, are Indian or Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
I don't know their exact culture, but so I got a little taste of that back up in Toronto, and it is a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
So they're in Canada?
Well-oiled. Yeah. I mean, the Canada really is like a New York City in that you could see people from all over the world
Right.
walking down the street, at any point.
Yeah.
It's a real melting pot.
and they're multilingual. Everybody.
Yeah. So I went to the Tim Hortons and it was all Indian people, or again, brown, I guess. I don't know what's the. I don't know how to group them all
Indian
together.
adjacent.
The thing is, here, if you go to Dunkin' Donuts, you place your order, they like pull around. The second you pull around, you're getting handed what you ordered.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Immediately.
They order it for me.
They're like, welcome to Dunkin'. Here. This is what you want.
Yeah.
Look,
you want everything bagel toasted with cream cheese? Here you go. I'm like, oh, well, yeah, you know what? That does sound good.
Yeah, here it's it's I feel like they're doing everything but working. Look, everybody slacks off at work from time to time, but it feels like they're doing anything but working and talking about work and getting the job done. It's who didn't show up, this morning for their shift,
right?
And they're talking shit about the other girl who's in the bathroom now. It's like I just have
puking from the mimosas.
Yeah, Sally never closes right, so I got to clean everything up in the morning. Blah blah blah.
And you try to have a discussion with a lot of people about this, just like I'm doing now, just ranting a little bit, and all they go back to is, and we want to pay these idiots $15 an hour. It's their only point of contention.
Yeah, rent's like $4.5 grand for a studio apartment. We can't pay minimum wage $15. They have a Tim Horton though. Back to Tim Horton. Side note, they have one in Jersey, and I went there. Holy shit, are those well run? That was like it's like a Navy SEAL team got their hands on a Dunkin' Donuts. I was like, holy shit, let's go. And fuck that. Do not drink that coffee immediately.
Donut drink it?
Donut drink that. No. Yeah, give that like 45 minutes before you sip it, because you're going to die. You're going to drop dead.
In Canada, where it originated, it's negative 60. So they're like, this will cool down by the time it leaves my fingers.
I didn't think about that.
You take one sip, you're like, I didn't ask for iced coffee. They're like, it's not.
No, that's as hot as we get it. Yeah.
I asked for ice spice, not iced coffee.
Ooh, the Spice Girls are back? I wonder if Ice Spice Pumpkin, there's something there. Somebody market that? I'm sure somebody got their hands on her, right?
We talked about this.
Have you not seen that they did this
6 seconds ago?
No, remember what we did? No, the Ben Affleck story where he was doing that shitty commercial.
Oh my God! Yeah,
it was with Ice Spice.
Yeah,
I immediately repress everything that has to do with Ben Affleck. So for future
or the show,
everything we do in the show, and if it happens to be Ben Affleck, double trouble.
This show's like memento each time I show up. I have stuff on my arms. Yeah. You talked about this already. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I got a lot of life that's like memento. I wake up in the morning and I'm like, don't trust him. What does that mean? Hope you saw the movie. Anyway, so
such a great movie.
Oh God, yeah. I had a special edition DVD that played it in reverse, which is like regular.
Right.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I know they had that edition. I did not have that one, but
yeah. Speaking of, they're getting rid of all physical movie and TV media like DVDs and Blu-rays next year at Best Buy. So watch the dominoes fall now. It's over.
Well, did you see, I think Pete Davidson because he was on SNL this past weekend. He was promoting it, and he was talking to, was it Jimmy Fallon, about how he collects VHSs unopened because he thinks they're going to be worth a fortune.
Well, I think they already are going there.
Yeah, he's been doing it for a couple of years. He's got like 3,000 to 5,000 unopened VHSs.
That's crazy.
I buy Blu-rays of stuff I want to watch, just because if the whole thing collapses, I have a Blu-ray player and I can still watch these movies.
Yeah, because if the world infrastructure and economy collapses, you're like, I think I'll watch Alien today.
You have me figured out, pal.
You're like, oh, the electrical grid's down, but maybe I can ride this unicycle. What do you call those? Exercise bikes to generate electricity, so I can see season 2 of Suits.
Look,
on Blu-ray, Steelbook.
I'm going to be fit and entertained while you guys are eating gruel off the ground. Okay.
Wow, we're low on food. I should go hunting and scavenging, or I could watch that one episode of Friends where Joey doesn't leave the recliner again.
Yeah,
like me.
Yeah. Oh.
You know what?
Just hang out at a coffee shop all day, but can afford New York City rent. That's believable.
When the nuke goes off, let's see you guys try to watch Wings season 5. Okay, I'll be watching
Wow.
it.
I just referenced Wings yesterday.
Speaking of movies,
Resort.
Were you talking about
Bill.
food or the show?
Bill.
I think the first movie ever to win the Oscar for Best Picture was named Wings.
Really?
Well, somebody told me that, and I went, really? That show was out then?
It's good enough to win
It
awards.
didn't land well there either. Well, that was like 1928, I think it was, the first Oscars. In case, it's always a good idea it's always a good sign when you have to explain your joke
Wow, we're right on
for the
topic
crowd
here.
out there.
Speak-
Look at the time. Where did it go?
No, I meant we're on topic here because we got one more thing to talk about. It's about movies. What? It's about the Oscars. What? It's about Jada Pinkett and Will Smith. Did you see this humongous pop culture story that popped over the weekend?
God.
So it's because I believe she's promoting a book or something, but Jada Pinkett Smith has a lot more to say about her marriage, according to the New York Post. She got candid about her relationship with Will Smith and about the infamous 2022 Oscar slap heard around the world in a new interview. We all know that last year, Will Smith smacked Chris Rock on stage at
Wait, what happened?
the Oscars after making a joke about Jada's hairstyle. I think it was like a G.I. Jane 2 joke or something like that.
It's a lack of hairstyle, right?
Yeah. So, of course, Will Smith gets mad about it, gets up, slaps Chris Rock, who I admittedly thought that was staged for some reason. I just couldn't believe it happened. Bill set me straight.
Still could be.
Bill set me straight.
Shut the fuck up.
And I am on the right side of history now.
Right side of history.
I'm like Mo. But it's confusing here because apparently it turns out that the couple were actually separated for 6 years before the scandal.
Supposedly.
Which kind of makes weird. It doesn't really make sense. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't defend someone you love. You could still love after being separated, of course, and maybe you want to defend that person even if you're not technically together. But it is odd that he got so upset that he went up and smacked Chris Rock in front of the world and kind of put a huge blemish on his career. He'll be fine monetarily, but
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be fine, obviously, money.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I hate this motherfucker now.
Yeah.
I really hate his guts. I think I hate him for the most part that Chris Rock is now connected to this. You know? Like, this is following Chris Rock around. He didn't do anything. But this stupid idiot gets on stage who's, he goes and smacks the shit out of Chris Rock's mouth for a joke. What about the guy who fucked your wife? Did you go smack him in the mouth or no?
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah.
that's true. And Chris Rock is so great that it shouldn't be. He should be above being connected to this. But
Yes.
I was a big Will Smith fan. He was one of my favorite actors. And I would watch anything he put out, even if it didn't even look good. It was one of those. It was like a Denzel
I liked
thing.
him. Yeah.
Now I won't touch it. Now I don't care if he's producing. I used to, I watched that shitty remake of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's called Bel-Air on Peacock, just because he was affiliated with it. Now there's no shot I'm watching it. But
No, this is like what she fucked some other guy, then she went on that show and told him to his face, like, "Yeah, I fucked that guy. What are you gonna do about it?"
her show, by the way. So it's not like
Her
she
show,
was grilled on The View and finally let it out. It was fucking her show that she produces.
It's her show. They didn't drill her down to get this out of her.
Yeah.
That
She's
guy
like,
drilled
"Fuck
her
you."
down.
Yeah, probably while he was in the room eating fucking breakfast cereal. Like, these are they're fucked up.
Yeah, this is.
And then
this
she
is
had
a
those
mess.
comments where like Tupac was her real love. Tupac told her he wanted to marry her and his shit and like that. Like, dude, you're with someone theoretically, right? I don't even buy that they're separated for 6 years. They're selling something, right? You said a book or something?
I believe so. There's why else go and talk to People Magazine? These people are all about money.
Yeah.
So
She's got to have
It's just
something
all
on him.
fake bullshit. But I mean, sell the book, whatever. I mean, I'm not saying they're a lovey-dovey couple, but they're just probably, he's getting cucked left and right.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're obviously not happy together. But him smacking Chris Rock, like he wouldn't have done that.
do you think that's
Either that's fake also, or he wouldn't have done that if they were truly separated, right? I don't think it's fake, the slap. I'm just saying he wouldn't have done that. That was a real knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah.
You guys think he would have if they were separated?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, how often does this guy going to feel cucked out? And he felt cucked out again in that moment. And he's like, well, Chris Rock's an easy target, and just went up and smacked him in front of the world to be like, hey, I'm not some bitch. But it's like, well, we know you are.
I mean, we could all,
because you're reacting that way because you are a bitch, right? Yeah.
I think we'd all defend even our exes if it maybe not against the joke, right? In that exact, but if somebody was like talking shit, or especially, I don't know, a man, I think we could all sit and say that we would defend, even if we haven't seen or talked to them, or if it was a bad ending to the relationship. You, as a man, would defend someone that you at least liked a little bit for a while. You know what I mean? So,
definitely.
The mother of your children,
stand-up comic.
The mother of your children,
right? If there was an actual issue,
yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, in this crazy setting, it seemed like he thought there was an issue. I don't know. But
that's a good point.
Well,
though,
it's certainly an issue now, forever. Like when Will Smith dies, it's going to be Will Smith, man famously known for smacking Chris Rock at the Oscars, dead, at 58, because he's going to be taken into life soon, right?
Chris Rock scene leaving the scene.
By the way, it also blemishes the Oscars a little bit because it's almost bigger than the Oscars. Like, you think Oscars, what's the first thing you think of?
Oh, yeah. Plus, like, they just let him. Not only they let him keep sitting there, but they like gave him an award.
The award
later in the show.
Yeah,
best actor. No, like the award that everybody waits to hear.
Yeah, like he like won the whole thing.
And they gave him a standing ovation.
Yeah, they're like, that was a good slap. Oh, and well done with the award too. Whatever movie this was. Anyway, what the fuck? I don't even. Who's going to remember the award and what movie it was for?
I do remember, but
not Chris. Do you remember?
I don't want to say it
Please
wrong.
say no, because then my point's falling apart.
No. I'm going to say no.
Nobody's going to remember the award.
Multiple choice, I might be able to get it, but if it's just right in the answer,
I can give you multiple choice.
Okay. Oh shit, this is probably going to backfire.
No, I'll give you multiple choice. Okay.
All
right. Come on.
Was it A, Independence Day?
Wait, hold on. I need some music, Mo. You got that game show music handy? The two psychopaths and a pyro? Thank you. All right.
Is it A, Independence Day? B, Bad Boys? C, King Arthur? Or D, Florida? No, King Richard. I'm sorry. See, King Richard. Was that it? King Richard.
Oh, yes. King.
You don't even remember.
All right, good point. I lost this one. And I was going to guess D, Florida anyway.
Yeah. I was like, at least you said D, Florida. Thank God. Yeah. But we all remember who he slapped, don't we?
Yeah. The guy from.
Was it A?
It was Osmosis Jones. He slapped the shit out of Osmosis Jones.
Yeah, someone was learning through osmosis. That's all.
Oh. Hey, we actually have a story about Florida on Patreon. We got to cut this short, but join us over there on Thursday. By the time, if you're listening to this the day it came out. But every Thursday we do a Patreon. We are going to take a break here and then move over to there. And if you want to check that out, you can try it for free for 7 days. Here's kind of the loophole on Patreon. You can sign up for the free trial, watch all 20-something episodes, and then not even pay a dime if you want to cancel after. We doubt you will, but that's the backdoor way of getting 20-something hours of free content from the Gill Show.
Greek way, we call it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Never leave your buddies behind.
I know that's old. I can tell it's old, but I've never heard it.
Oh, it's certainly not new.
Well, Leo's heard it 8 million times from us.
Oh man, that's good. Is that on a sign somewhere in every Greek restaurant? we put up sign.
We put up sign. It says, around here we separate the men from the boys with a crowbar.
All right. Thanks for watching the Gill Show. Thanks for listening. Make sure you subscribe and like and tell a friend so we can build this thing up and put out some more stuff for you. Anything else, guys? Anything different that you might want to say this week?
Yes.
Changing of the seasons, maybe a fresh start. What do you got?
Very important. Actually, I'm sorry I did not get to this last episode, but 143.
It's the same thing. Okay. This is now. Okay. All right. Goodbye.